You know that feeling, right? That twitchy, kind of antsy sensation you get when there's just silence? A moment with nothing to do but just be with your own thoughts? It's almost uncomfortable, isn't it? Well, today, we're going to dig into why that is, and more importantly, what we can actually do to reclaim our focus and find some clarity in all that quiet.
I mean, think about all those little gaps in your day. You're waiting for the coffee to brew.
Maybe you're stuck at a red light for 30 seconds.
Or, a 2-minute ad break comes on during your favorite show.
So, in every single one of those moments, what's that gut reaction? What's the first thing you reach for? For pretty much all of us, it's the phone, right? That little screen becomes this instant cure for being unproductive for even a second. But why? Look, this goes way deeper than just a bad habit. It's like our brains have been fundamentally rewired. We've literally trained ourselves to believe that any moment not filled with something is a moment wasted. Silence has become something we have to escape from instead of something we can just be in. And here's the thing you absolutely have to understand. This is not a personal failure. Seriously, it's not about you lacking willpower. There is a really powerful biological process happening here. A process that, let's be honest, tech companies have gotten incredibly good at exploiting. Your brain has, and I mean this in a very real sense, been hijacked. And the main culprit has a name. It's called dopamine stacking. So dopamine is that feel-good chemical our brain releases when we get a reward. And our phones? Well, they're basically precision engineered to give us these tiny little unpredictable hits of it all day long. A like, a new comment, a breaking news alert. We're just stacking these little rewards one on top of the other, training our brains to constantly crave that next hit. And this is how it works. It's a ridiculously simple and powerful loop. It all starts with that little buzz or a ping from your phone. Your brain, which is now totally conditioned to expect a little treat, screams, "Hey, go check that." So you do. You check your phone, you get that tiny little hit of dopamine, and boom, the whole cycle gets reinforced. It just makes the craving even stronger for the next time. It's a nonstop, self-perpetuating cycle of distraction. So, how in the world do we fight back? Well, the answer isn't what you think. It's not another productivity app. It's not some new digital tool. Nope. The solution is completely analog. It's all about subtraction, not addition. To break a cycle of overstimulation, we have to intentionally introduce, understimulation. I mean, just look at the difference here. This really lays out the stakes. On one side, you've got the hijacked brain. It's anxious, its thoughts are shallow, and it's always jonesing for that next digital hit. But on the other side, that's the focused brain. It's calm, it's present, it's capable of real, deep, meaningful thought. The whole goal here is to spend way more time in that second column. And that brings us to the solution, which we're going to call the boredom habit. Now, this is not about being lazy, not at all. This is a strategic, intentional choice. It's about consciously not picking up your phone when you're waiting for that coffee. It's about just staring out the window at a red light. What you're doing is you're actively creating empty space for your brain to hit the reset button, to find its baseline again, and to start breaking that addiction to constant dopamine hits. Okay. So you do it. You resist the urge to check your phone. You actually let yourself be bored for a minute. What happens then? I mean, is the reward just feeling a little less anxious? No, it's actually something much bigger than that. You know that uncomfortable feeling you get when you're bored? That's actually your brain shifting gears. When it's not being constantly hammered with information from the outside, it has to start creating its own input. It starts making these new, surprising connections. It daydreams. It works on problems in the background that you weren't even consciously thinking about. Boredom isn't empty space at all. It's the quiet, fertile ground where your best ideas begin to grow. And listen, if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. This is the single most important takeaway. I'm going to say it again. Without the boredom habit, your creativity will stay shut down. Just think about that. All those little moments you fill with mindless scrolling are moments you are literally stealing from your own creative potential.
So here's the challenge. The next time you have a spare minute, just try the experiment. Put the phone down, stare into space, let that silence in. You might be completely surprised by what you find waiting for you in there, but you'll never know unless you give it a chance. So what great idea is waiting for you in your next moment of boredom?